Hello everyone, Joe Banister here, agentfortruth.com and freedomabovefortune.com. Yesterday morning, Wednesday, June 5th, 2013, I had the opportunity to be interviewed by Stuart Varney of the show Varney & Co. on Fox Business Network. I've gone ahead and posted this interview up onto YouTube and wanted to include some commentary, a little discussion about the interview itself.
We have a former IRS whistleblower with us. He worked there for 5 years, and after exposing fraud to his supervisors, he was eventually targeted by them as well. Former IRS Criminal Investigation Special Agent Joseph Banister is with us now. All right, Joseph, in your opinion, having worked within this organization, does it skew left predominantly?
I'm afraid it does, Stuart. Most of the employees think in that manner. They're very government-oriented. I remember back in 1997 when there were hearings relating to other IRS abuse, the employees were up in arms about their own rights being violated, but they made not a peep about the rights of the American people, which was, of course, the reason for all the hearings and all the congressional scrutiny. So they do tend to be focused on their own pensions, paychecks, and promotions, okay, and very little on the American people.
From your experience within the IRS, was the targeting directed and ordered and orchestrated right from the very top?
I believe it absolutely was. You know, IRS agents can't, they can barely sneeze without their supervisors knowing what they're up to. And policy decisions on what groups or people to scrutinize, it always came from the top. Of course, I've worked with clients these last 12 years since I left the IRS, and it continues to be the same. That's what the analysts and management in the D.C. headquarters are doing, is that they're directing the operations of the IRS offices throughout the country. So to say that it was a couple of nincompoops in Cincinnati is just plain false.
But we haven't got the evidence yet. We don't have the memo, we don't have the phone call, we don't have the meeting, we don't have the text, we don't have that at this point that says this person right at the very top in the administration or in the campaign knew about it. We don't have that at the moment, do we?
No, really, it's at this point, at least as far as I can tell, it's circumstantial evidence. As I say, the rank and file agents do not make these kinds of decisions about who will be targeted and what questions will be asked. The rank and file agents are basically carrying out what they've been directed to do from above, and that's the way the IRS has always worked. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if we keep scratching, we're going to find that the trail leads to the very top.
Joseph Banister, former IRS guy, thanks for joining us, sir, and sharing your experience. We do appreciate it.
Well, we're back. I can certainly see where Stuart Varney was going with his question relating to the rank and file employees in the IRS, whether they have a left-leaning mentality. Unfortunately, I think that doesn't really go deep enough. Of course, you only have so many minutes in a show like that to explore, but I don't want the point to be missed that income tax as a system, the income tax system, is actually the darling of people like Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. In fact, those two gentlemen wrote a book called The Communist Manifesto. And in that book was a specific description of a system called the graduated income tax. And they included the graduated income tax as one of 10 planks that are commonly referred to as the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. So the income tax system and the agency that administers it is actually, it's a much deeper issue. That where did the income tax come from? Who is it supported by? The income tax system is not something that would be supported by the founders of this nation. It doesn't fit at all in a constitutional republic. It's like a square peg being pounded into a round hole. It's just not going to fit. So I'd just like to point that out to the viewers, that it's pretty much true, or I answered that it's factual, that in my experience, the average worker in the IRS leans to the left. But I really don't know how useful that information actually is. I think what's more useful is for Americans to learn, understand, and realize that the income tax system, the actual system of taking your property in such a manner, in controlling you in that manner, is a system that was supported and championed by someone like Karl Marx. And that's the bigger issue that wish I had had an opportunity to say on the show. Maybe I'll get another chance. But anyway, I wanted to provide that little additional commentary to you. Again, my websites are agentfortruth.com and freedomabovefortune.com. I appreciate the support and prayers from everyone out there, and have a good week. Take care.